Hello, the internet. Welcome back to Lutan Waifus. I'm Seppi, and we're going to be talking about what I think we are getting for first anniversary, the anniversary predictions, or so to call them. I think Soaks made a video like this already, so shout out to Soaks. We're going to be talking about what we got for half anniversary and what I expect we're going to be getting also for anniversary. So before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. We're going for 4K now. And we stream every single day, mostly Nikke and sometimes other gachas. Right now, it's mostly Nikke. At the end of the month, we're going to be start to play also Girlfriend Online 2. The Chinese version is finally coming out. We're going to be playing the CN open beta. It also has the store open. So we'll see how the store is looking and how good or bad that game is going to be. Now, that said, let's get started with half anniversary and what we got there. The first thing we got was the stream for half anniversary. This stream on JP and Korea was decent. I would say it was pretty good, but the English version was a little bit cringe, or at least what they use on the event itself. It was nice because we got free codes and some freebies, which is appreciated. Hopefully we get another Twitch event for that and some extra drops. The second thing we got for half anniversary was Ray. Ray is a free MLB character that looks like shit and also has a bad kit, so you cannot use her because there are this better alternative, and I will never recommend anyone using her because she looks like a kid. And let's be real, when you start playing this game, you start playing for a reason. You might then stay because the story is pretty good, which I agree, the story is pretty good, that's why we keep playing. But when you start playing, it's for a reason, and when you see that kid in there, I'm sorry, but I just can't agree with it. Now, that said, other than Ray, which was a 3-star character given for free, we also got 80 pulls. And if I remember correctly, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I think it was 80 advanced recruit vouchers, not the normal ones. So we got 80 pulls for the Dorothy banner at the time, and we also got a free single per day, which I'm not going to be using singles right now. We are saving for whatever comes next. But we have nothing. We have 4 tickets and 146. Guys, we are poor right now. Subscribe to the channel. We will be buying packs on every event so we can make up for anniversary. So we'll have ready 200 tickets 100%. It's completely fine. Now, moving on, we also got probably one of the best events in the game so far, which was Overzone. Now, Overzone was a fully voice event, really nice minigame, really nice side story. Everything was super good. And it's also coming back to the game thanks to the event archive, or whatever they want to call it. So they are going to be bringing old events on something like an archive where you'll be able to replay them, claim some rewards, and actually enjoy them if you're a new player. This is super nice, and I'm also excited to see what they do with the rewards themselves. Are we going to be able to buy everything from the event shops? Are we only to, for example, for the Christmas event, can I get my last copy of Niv? Or do I have to wait for the next Christmas? I'm actually interested in seeing how they're going to handle that stuff and what we can get for free and what we'd not be able to, actually buy. Now, lastly, I think the only other thing we got for half anniversary, we got plenty of stuff, was the popularity poll. Now, the popularity poll was to see what characters were the most popular ones, and sadly, it was rigged because Modernia won instead of Scarlet. So we got a free skin for Modernia, which is this skin she has equipped right now, with also a small event for her. I think the event was pretty good. I really enjoyed the event. The skin is pretty nice, and honestly, it's good that Shift Up is giving away a free skin plus also 5 avatar frames just for characters for being popular. I think that was nice. Now, those avatar frames, in case you don't know them, it's the Scarlet one, the Alice one, the Rapunzel one, the Anise one, and lastly, the Modernia one. Right now, I'm rocking the one we get for free on the Nier event with Rapunzel. I think it looks pretty good for the nun. Now, after all of that, if I remember correctly, that was everything we got for half anniversary. So what are my expectations for the actual anniversary, what I would like to see? And let's start with another free MLB. If we don't get the free MLB character, and this might be a lot of copium, instead of getting a character like Ray, which has no use for most people, I would love to get an SSR selector. Now, the SSR selector, of course, will not be Pilgrim Includes or Limited, but an SSR selector will be nice for a lot of players, because a lot of us, right, have characters with 1 star missing, maybe for the core 7, maybe for the backgrounds. As you can see, my Dorothy, my Rosanna, my Viper as well, if I remember correctly, has 2 stars. Where's my Viper? Oh no, where is she? But well, I have plenty of characters that could use the extra star. So getting a selector would be nice, but I think it's too much. As long as we can get another free character, I will be happy. Now, when it comes to pulls, if we got 80 pulls for half anniversary, I don't think we'll get double. I don't think Shift Up is going to give us 160 pulls. It would be amazing once again, but I'm leaning towards 100, right? 80, 100 pulls, similar to half anniversary, is still pretty nice because that is already guaranteed half PT for whatever banner they do release. And speaking of banners, I am expecting either Red Hood or one of the two characters that we should be getting soon as the new defenders of the Ark, to say so, right? Without spoiling too much. Now, I also expect the return of the free pool to come back. That was pretty nice of them. I wish that was a permanent thing where we can every day do a free single. I know some games do it. I don't think Nicky has any reason to do that though, right? They're making plenty of money. They're already semi-generous. I'm not gonna say generous because I don't think they are, but the previous half anniversary was nice. So we'll see if they do the free daily pool. I hope they do. Now, speaking of events and comparing to Overzone, the VAR is set too high, like way too high. Overzone was one of the best events in the game. For me, it's my top one. So I'm not even sure what they're gonna be doing for that event to be comparable or be as good as Overzone, right? Also, I hope, and this is not copium, like I really hope the event is voiced. Lately, we've gotten events without voices, and it just pisses me off, right? You're making all of this money, at least please voice the events. A lot of times I don't want to read through them. I don't want to have to play in a visual novel. I want to enjoy the event, listen to the characters, get myself even more involved. So I hope the next event for Anniversary is going to be voiced. I'm also expecting the next two events to not be voiced and be just fillers until Anniversary comes out, right? I think probably that's going to be the case. Hopefully two banners that are not super good characters we can skip. I'm going to be pulling, but free-to-play is going to skip, and we then get the good stuff for Anniversary. And then lastly, what I'm expecting for Anniversary, and this is my copium, that I hope we get a new game mode. There's two things that could happen here. I think I spoke about this the other day on stream. Come and say hello to the stream, we'll be live later. So right now, there's two game modes that they could release. They could release the PvP Championship Arena, which I hope is not the case. I just don't like PvP, I don't care about PvP. 90% of the players do not play this game mode or only do it for the extra rewards, right? Like you do it, ignore it, don't care about compositions. Championship Arena would be boring for most players, and it's a game mode for only whales to compete. If it's similar to AFK Arena, where you bet on who's gonna win and you get rewards based if you guess right or not, right? It's not a bad system, it's just boring. So in my opinion, it would be a lot better, and once again, this is my copium, if we can get a new PvE endgame game mode. Now, what could we get? Something similar to Arknights, where they have the roguelike mode, something similar to Neuroclaw, where they have all of these roguelike game modes that you can replay and play a lot more. That will make me so happy, but I understand it's not for all the players. I understand me as a content creator or other people that can spend every single day playing 4 or 5 hours. It's not the same as casual players that can be here for like 30 minutes and then go to work and come back and check on your progress, right? So I understand it's an idle game and it's asking a lot, but I hope we do get a new game mode. Hopefully it's not Arena, but I'm leaning toward that because they said they were working on it like 3-4 months ago, so it could match up with the release of the Anniversary. Now, all of that said, do let me know what you guys are expecting for Anniversary. How many pulls, if it's a character, if it's a selector, if you have the same amount of copium as I do with the selector and the new game mode. What do you expect for this Anniversary? I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm also super looking forward to the story that we're gonna get for that, and new chapters, right? Chapter 25, 26 of the campaign should be coming at that place too, because right now we have nothing to do, and they release new chapters every 2 months or so. So that's gonna be it for all of this rambling. Thank you for coming, boys. Thank you to all my patrons for making this content possible. You can join them with the links in the description. Good luck with your pull, the internet, and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。